So we now get back underway with the senior road tax action, and this time it is the midway point of the heats for senior road tax. So it's heat 3, groups A versus D. Let's have a look at the starting grid. So from pole position, it's going to be Nick Kuppens, and we'll have Teresa Babičková alongside Luca Leistra and Lewis Gilbert. Lachlan Robinson and Aaron Walker round out row 3. Stormbrower and Sean Butcher, that's row 4. Row 5, Baz Janssen and Patrick Rundqvist. Row 6, it's James Lingard and Patrick Lochmelis. Row 7, it's going to be Luca Thiel and Nicolas Picot. David Lackner and Danny Van Hoyt, and that's row 8. Noah Hip, Dylan LaHaye, Paul Fokkema and Yash Ramjankan round out the top 20. Completing the 33 strong in this particular heat will be as follows. Clementine Benoit, Jordi van der Eyck, Emily de Hoys, Wilgot Edquist, Anthony Bellou, Scott Westhovens, Flint Schuring, Vincent van Kerkhoffen, Colin van Lammeren, Luca Costa, Juri ten Hef, Tern Schmidt and Stefan Lemunot. Another 7 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap still to count down whilst we get going to racing once again. So these drivers are going to be highly charged, highly strung, and they want to make sure that they have their good intentions. So Kuppens and Teresa Babičková will be the ones leading the way as we're about to get ready to go racing once again. So the action for senior road tax hits fever pitch here at the home of champions. So Kuppens and Teresa Babičková lead the field out of turn number 12. Into the tram lines we go. Are we ready? Are we steady? It looks like we've got a good start there. Kuppens gets the advantage over Teresa Babičková, but Luca Leistra trying to go up the inside through turn 2. Gilbert trying to go through there as well. There's been multiple carts involved, and this could get very close very, very quickly indeed. I don't know how all 33 drivers made it through on the first lap with all the amounts of action. Even that was difficult for me to keep up with, and I'm a commentator. That's how quickly things can change. But it looks like Luca Leistra has got his way up into second position. That is the case. So who is leading the way? It looks like it could still be Nick Kuppens. That is the case. Looks like Sean Butcher's got another lightning start, and he's up into, well, I think that might be him, up into P4. But the leaders now make their way through as Leistra dives for the lead up through turn 12. So, and gets switched back on by Nick Kuppens, and again Leistra goes for it, and going through with him is Teresa Babičková. That's Lachlan Robinson up into P4. Robinson received a 5-second time penalty as he goes up the inside of Teresa Babičková through, well no, that's Nick Kuppens. So Nick Kuppens gets passed by Lachlan Robinson, who takes a quick glance over his right shoulder, and Lewis Gilbert is in the mix there as well. He's in P6 behind Aaron Walker in the 361 as Walker goes banzaiing up the inside of Kuppens, nearly comes together with Gilbert. Butcher nearly goes up the inside through into turn 10. And this is getting rather dicey here for everybody concerned, because once everything gets a bit close quarter as Gilbert up the inside of Kuppens through into turn 12. So Gilbert making good his intentions as Teresa Babičková now takes the lead with 5 minutes to go. Leistra down to second, Robinson factoring in, and the UAE-based driver now looking rather quick. He was second in the first heat, as I mentioned earlier, as Butcher goes up the inside. That was on Aaron Walker, and he's got Lewis Gilbert up ahead of him. So Butcher up into what is now P5 on the road. The defending champion running with the Australian flag, as is Lachlan Robinson, because Lachlan Robinson has Australian parents but born in Kent in the United Kingdom. So the multitude of different nationalities throwing about, or dual nationalities thereof, is rather frightening, and I can say that for myself because I am a dual national in my own respective right. However, Lystra is still keeping ahead at the moment, but no, it isn't. It's Teresa Babičková. Lystra looking for a move. Robinson waiting. Now that's good. That's good. That's good character building racing there for Lachlan Robinson, because this will help him just keep an eye. Obviously, he took part in the Euro Trophy last season, but this is, this is his real start of his Rotax campaign in 2021, and they are literally line astern. Lewis Gilbert is closing in. Now there's been a massive moment. There's the 3:43. And that was Anthony Boulou. That is the 3.7. Now, Anthony Boulou will have to park it because his front bumper's missing. And there's a bit of a clean-up on turn 6. Now there's a bit of movement there. And that was from Dylan LaHaye, possibly past Vincent van Kerkhoffen, going through turn 10. As now Lachlan Robinson coming under fire from Lewis Gilbert. He's dropped off the back of both Luca Lystra, who's in second, and Teresa Babičková on that particular occasion, as Vincent van Kerkhoffen and Dylan LaHaye looking to get past drivers. I think they've just got past James Lingard from Great Britain, who was down in 13th position. And what you need to be doing in these heat stages, sometimes it's great to go for the victory, because we look on course for having 3 different winners from 3 different races, but with 2 different nationalities involved, because it could be, depending on whether it might be the Czech Republic, courtesy of Teresa Babičková, or Luca Lystra, as we are fast approaching. So it was Callum Bradshaw in the first heat, Lewis Gilbert in the second, as we now have just over 2 minutes and 20 to go. Luca Lystra running on the Kart Republic chassis, as there is a move there from Aaron Walker on Lachlan Robinson, and Robinson's teammate Sean Butcher has been calmly getting on with business at hand, and he is now right behind his teammates. So the KR Sport duo in 5th and 6th position, and just behind them looks to be Buzz Janssen in the 3:31. But it is getting closer and closer between the top 8. They were covered by just 3 seconds on the previous race. At this particular moment on the previous lap, they were covered by just over 3 seconds. So from 4th to 7th position, it is really heating up, because you've got a few drivers in there. Aaron Walker, who was a junior last season, now moves up to seniors, has shown good credence in the early parts of this season, as Butcher gets past Robinson, going through into turn 2 on lap number 7. As Babičková holding on at the minute for the lead of the race, but Lewis Gilbert will want to make it 2 for 2 this weekend so far, the dual ride diamond, as they go through into turn 7 off of the Europolan. Babičková from Teps Racing Team on the Tony Kart. There goes Lystra up the inside to now take the lead through turn 9 on lap number 7. Lewis Gilbert now waiting for his opportunity. Dylan LaHaye has set the fastest lap of anybody on the previous lap, as there goes Gilbert up the inside of Babičková for 2nd position. Walker. Now they're all second to, Lewis Gilbert goes ultra defensive on Babičková. That opens the door for Aaron Walker, and the Brit gets through. And there is Sean Butcher. He's waiting for his opportunity to strike, and this is where it counts, because now Babičková gets back up the inside of Aaron Walker. Sean Butcher now waiting. The time is going to close out very shortly as they exit through turn 8. Walker trying to battle with Babičková and has got to make the ultimate decision, but Butcher is going to go for it. I think he's got a chance at 3rd position. Lachlan Robinson closing back in as we go on to what is now going to be the 9th and final lap of this race, as Butcher closing in on Walker for 4th, goes defensive into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Luca Lystra stays in the lead of this race at the moment, ahead of Lewis Gilbert. Teresa Babichkova steady enough in third for the minute. As Gilbert trying to go round the outside. Lewis Gilbert, you absolute hooligan. The Doroi Diamond shines once again, this time at turn 6. Round the outside of Lystra. I didn't see it coming, but Gilbert had the full commitment. Now it's really closed up. Look, 7 drivers with 3 corners to go. Lystra goes defensive on Babichkova. Gilbert's there, Butcher's there, Robinson is there, and so is Buzz Janssen. Lystra, Walker on the back bumper of Babichkova. Oh my goodness me, dramas coming out of the final corner. Dylan LaHaye manages to circumnavigate. He does a bit of a Matthias Ekstrom coming on the exit out of turn 12. So Lewis Gilbert takes a second successive heat victory this weekend. Luca Lystra in second. Sean Butcher gets P3. Buzz Janssen takes fourth ahead of Lachlan Robinson. Aaron Walker finished in 6th after mounting the back bumper of Teresa Babichkova going through the exit of turn number 12. Actually, the apex. Babichkova would finish outside of the top 10. She'd finish 11th. Storbrower in 7th. David Lackner in 8th. Dylan LaHaye in 9th. Noah Hip in 10th. And then from 12th downwards, Danny van Ruyten, Patrick Lochmelis, Patrick Rundquist, Nicola Pico round out the top 15. James Lingard, Vilgot Edkes, Jordi van der Eyck, Emily de Hoys, Flint Schuring rounds out the top 20. Then it's Colin van Lummeren, Scott Westhovens, Clementine Benoit, Luca Costa, Vincent van Kerkhoffen, Stefan Lemuno, Yuri Tenhef, Tern Schmidt, Paul Forchema, and Yash Ramjankan round out the top 30. Anthony Bilou, Nick Cuppens, and Luca Thiel retired on laps 5, 4, and 3, respectively.